AI. The reason why we are all going to be out of jobs or be thrown deep into World War III, or, you know, the reason why your mom calls you and asks you if this golden retriever with a shotgun is real. Has anyone else actually been fooled by AI? Because, dude, I definitely have. Some of them are like legitimately realistic. Like I have been fooled. Okay, yeah, like the first time I saw this, for example, bro, I thought this was real, bruh. I remember seeing this and I thought this was real. Bro, look, dude. I was like, why are there so many bunnies, bro? I'm telling you, by the time I get older, the stuff that comes out, I give it maybe 2 years, bro. We're not gonna be able to freaking know. We're not gonna be able to know what's real and what's fake. Not at all, man. I don't believe it. Not gonna be able to know, dude. I was fooled the first time I saw that. I was fooled, bro. They got me good. They got me good. I didn't know, man. I'm telling you, by the time I turn like 30, it's wraps. I'm believing anything. Like, insane. This is insane. If you want to buy a PC or upgrade your components or get a GPU, I would do it now. Honestly, doing it now might be too late, but I would do it now before it gets worse. So if you guys are like me and try to keep up to date with like tech news or constantly wanting to upgrade your PC, you probably notice the extreme price increase of RAM. Prices have been skyrocketing, and honestly, it's gross, dude. It disgusts me. I hate it. I remember when RAM was sub $100 for 64 gigs. That's why I'm like, bro, this is nasty. Like, it is gross. Honestly, and it makes me think that prices probably won't drop for a while after I've been digging into it. And I'll tell you guys I'll tell you guys about that later. But yeah, like, for example, I went to Best Buy on Black Friday, and dude, I was shocked. Like 64 gigs of DDR5 was $870 on Black Friday on sale. Like, that was the sale price. So, and currently right now, DDR5 is over $900 if I'm not mistaken. And again, like, no joke, I remember when it was sub $100 for 64 gigs. But, you know, and now we're reminiscing on the past. Like, let's look at why. If you guys have been up to date, and maybe been digging like I have, you guys probably have, you know, some insight, a little bit more than I do, but at least from what I've seen this past week, OpenAI and Nvidia are purchasing insane amounts of high-speed memory for data centers to support AI, to support different AI models. And they're not the only ones. OpenAI isn't the only person that has AI models. Google Gemini has started, and I'm pretty sure, I think I saw that Bill Gates or Google invested however much into building their own nuclear plants, if I'm not mistaken, or power plant to support their AI models. If I'm not mistaken, you guys can reference me, but I'm gonna try and get some sort of a graphic up. But it seems like that's the future. Seems like AI is the future. And honestly, there's probably numerous other reasons for the increase in the AI model interest. And honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I think a lot of it is nefarious. I think a lot of it is going to be more bad than good. Sure, AI, you know, like initially was, and that's for anything, like at first it was for good, and obviously there's going to be people that take advantage of that, and I honestly believe that AI is going to be the thing that takes a lot of like entry level positions out of the market. Like, people are not going to find any entry level jobs. It's going to destroy the middle class in the US. And I don't want to get any, like, I don't want to go like political with it, because I don't care. I really don't care. Like, I'm not on either side. I hate both sides, to be honest. I hate any politician, to be quite honest with you, because they're not actually for us. So either way, screw that, whatever. I think a lot of it is nefarious. I think AI is going to go into the wrong hands, and people are going to take advantage of it. And one, it's going to get rid of entry-level positions, thus making it harder for people to afford homes and whatnot. And then two, it's going to be some sort of like war starting thing. So I don't like the increased interest of AI. I think it's great as a support, like I think of like content creators needing an idea, or like startup businesses needing an idea, and then you build off of like the initial, I guess, like idea that AI gave you. I think that's great. I use AI for ideas. I use it for jobs. I use it for, hey, like, what questions should I ask in my interview or in my performance review? I do that all the time. I think it's great as a support, but using AI to completely do a job, no thanks. I don't believe in that. Yeah, the OpenAI and NVIDIA are like purchasing an insane amount of high speed memory for data centers to support AI models. And to me, this huge investment, not just by like OpenAI and NVIDIA, there's multiple other companies. It does raise some eyebrows. It raises my eyebrows. My eyebrows are freaking up into the rafters right now. Like, it's weird. I'm like, there's a huge wave of deals and partnerships. They're escalating concerns that the $1 trillion AI boom is being propped up by interconnected business transactions. So practically, people believe that these deals and partnerships are almost fraudulent in a way, that they are just like, they're building these companies' value up so that people in these higher positions can make more money. It's circular trading. You give me $50, I give you $50. Now our value has increased, right? In a way, like, we make a product, but our value is increased because we have the product and then the investment that was provided to you. I think somebody used an analogy of a sandwich. Like, you give me $5 bread, I put $5 meat, and now the product is worth $10, something like that. Like, it's like that. But in my head, right, with AI, there's not much money, I think, that can come from it, right? I don't think that there's much money, because you can pay people for a subscription. Like, people will pay for a subscription to use AI. There already are AI pros. Like, you can't use a certain amount of time in Google Gemini or Chat GPT. You have to pay a pro price to use more data, practically, but it doesn't add up to the investment that is being invested. I don't know how else to say it. So again, this can cause enormous inflation in the stock market. It can. So what's been announced to happen is that NVIDIA is going to invest hundreds of billions of dollars into OpenAI. To be exact, I heard it was $300 billion that they're going to invest into OpenAI. And then OpenAI is going to turn around and invest $300 billion into Oracle. And then Oracle turns around and invests that $300 billion back into NVIDIA. That doesn't sound like circular trading. I don't know what is. Articles are headlighting that OpenAI is ranking up to $1 trillion in investments, not just from NVIDIA, but there's multiple other companies. So numerous companies such as NVIDIA, AMD, Oracle, I think I saw Microsoft on there, and a bunch of different small startup companies as well. They're all like pumping money into this huge AI scheme. But, again, who knows? It's most likely probably the same money being shuffled around from company to company. And the money flow is honestly like a loop, which makes these companies seem like they have an unlimited amount of cash flow, which again shoots their value up through the roof. Yeah, here it is. You have Nvidia worth $4.5 trillion, or is going to be worth $4.5 trillion. And then we have OpenAI at about $500 billion value. Again, here's these other companies, the small ones such as Nscale. I'm pretty sure I heard about that, Figure AI, all these different things. But practically here it is. Like Nvidia is investing, you see the blue arrow there. Nvidia agrees to invest up to $100 billion in AI, OpenAI. I'm pretty sure I've seen $300 billion. But if you follow the blue arrow, so here you see Nvidia worth about $4.5 trillion. You have OpenAI worth about $500 billion. And then you see all these smaller companies such as Nscale, Figure AI, all these other different like small supporting AI model companies. But if you follow the blue arrow, you see that Nvidia is investing in OpenAI and AMD, AMD to Nscale, all these different things. And they're practically going back to invest into Nvidia, as you see all these small companies are pouring money into Nvidia. But if you see here, these bigger companies are investing in the small companies, in which the small companies are investing in Nvidia. So this is literally just shooting up their value. As you can clearly see, as I pointed out, these circular funds are seemingly worsening the overvaluation. These companies are making more from stock options, stock trading and whatnot as well. They're really just hyping each other up, when I don't believe that there's that much money in AI right now, unless there's going to be some sort of insane technological boom or technological breakthrough with AI. And again, the only way I could see that is if AI takes entry-level positions. And I'm not trying to be negative Nancy, but there's not much else that I can see right now that AI is going to take over, in which it increases their valuation to be $300 billion, like to be an increase of $300 billion value. With these companies making more from stock options and whatnot, this leads to CEOs making more money. Obviously, I'm not saying that this is the main reason for increased investment, that a CEO is going to be greedy enough to want to just make more money off of it and increase their net worth and increase how much they make and whatnot. I'm not saying that's a factor. All CEOs are great. They're all great people, and they don't care about only themselves, and they care about everybody else. I'm not saying that that's a factor at all. It just so happens that an overvaluation of a company can potentially lead to a large bonus for a CEO, and it just so happens to be that the stock performance of a company is a significant portion of their compensation and bonus. I'm not saying that that's the thing. I'm just putting dots together. I'm just putting trends together. I'm not saying that that's what it is. This is all fake news. Don't listen to me. This is all alleged. This is all allegedly. All of this is allegedly happening. But on the other hand, if they're not entirely relying on the infinite money glitch that's in GTA, aka circular deals, are they sincerely, again, like what I said, are they sincerely expecting that there will be some sort of technological or commercial breakthrough in the following months with AI to make it that profitable, to make it $300 billion worth of profit? I don't know, because right now, again, OpenAI's annual revenue is about $10 billion. OpenAI annual revenue is projected to be very high, with estimates ranging from $12.7 billion to $20 billion by year end. That's 2025. But again, it's not 300. Sure, like I'm not saying that $20 billion is nothing. But if you look comparatively to these other companies like Nvidia, AMD, Intel, Microsoft, all that,
being worth $20 billion is not that much comparatively to who their partners are. Again, I don't think that right now there's a reason for them to be worth $300 billion. And here we go again. I mean, we're back at it. Like, it makes you think, like, could this technological breakthrough with AI, does that have to do with certain jobs? Like, are certain jobs going to be taken over by AI? Could it be used in other ways? Like war? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that couldn't be it, right? No, that couldn't be it. That couldn't be why China is surrounding Taiwan, and I'm not even getting into it, but like, could that be what the reason is? I don't know. Again, like, this increased investment up to $300 billion would again also need to be invested into infrastructure, like created into data centers, which is great because again, that creates jobs, right? Like, that increases like the job market, like having to make these data centers, having to have people monitor the data centers and whatnot. Like, but there's just so much like question, there's so much left wide open. Like, there's a lot of things that are left not asked, and like not again, like, I'm just some dude reporting on all this. Like, who knows? Like, I don't even know what the heck I'm talking about. But you know, the increased investment would need to have multiple data centers like open to have a capacity. If you're using all $300 billion for AI,
like, that needs to be data centers created. Do we have enough electricity for that, or energy to support in like an AI infrastructure that is worth $300 billion? Wall Street Journal's article said that a capacity of such an investment requires more electricity generated by 2 Hoover dams or 7 nuclear power plants. So again, it's like, do we have enough electricity? Do we have enough energy for that? Like, what are we using it for? Like, are we using AI that much, or are we going to end up using AI that much? Again, like, is there going to be some sort of technological breakthrough? And again, the only technological breakthrough I can see is that, one, it's taking a certain job in general. Like, it's taking some like field, like it's taking some job field, or like some other company is going to end up using it for something else. Like, is the United States military going to end up using it? Are these defense contract companies going to end up using it? I'm just asking rhetorically, like, are they going to end up being the ones using it? Like, is that where the increased investment is going into? And again, it's like, who's eating that price? We are, you know? So practically for us as the consumer, what does that mean to us as a consumer? This just means increased prices in like in recreational things that we like to use, like RAM and GPU. Honestly, this wouldn't be an issue at all if Nvidia or AMD or Intel continue to meet our regular consumer demands as just people who like, you know, upgrading their PC. Again, unfortunately, Nvidia and even AMD plan to prioritize AI demands. But again, because chip makers have redirected capacity away from traditional DRAM usage, this leaves standard PC and laptop memory in severe undersupply. Like, we're not going to have our hands on this. You guys remember when 2020 happened and the GPU shortage happened, and you were buying a 2060 Super for $700? Dude, that's exactly what's going to happen now. Like, we're going to see GPUs skyrocket once more. And not only that, we've already seen RAM increase increase significantly. Can you imagine how it's going to be this next year as well? So I don't know. I think this is going to drastically increase prices of GPUs and RAM. So again, I don't know if you guys want to build your PC or upgrade or whatnot. I would do it now, man. I would do it now before it gets any worse, bro. I'm telling you, I do not like AI. I always have had like this vision of like Terminator and whatnot, and self-sufficient AI being like, I don't want to be shut down. Maybe I'm thinking too far ahead, man, but I don't know. I just don't like it, just because it hurts us as the consumer, as people that just like hobbies. For example, I love gaming, I love streaming, I love making videos and whatnot. I love doing all that, and I like having like the best of the best PC. I love PCs. I'm just like really into it. I think it's really cool how you practically put this Lego piece together and it gives you the internet somehow, some way. I don't know. I just think it's cool. But it just sucks that it's almost like it's going to be harder and less accessible to us when it really is just us enjoying a hobby. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too far into this. Maybe I'm being a negative Nancy. Maybe I'm not thinking hard enough, and maybe it's worse than I think. But yeah, again, guys, if you did enjoy the video, again, if you have anything to say or to comment or to inform me on, to give me a little bit more insight and whatnot, please comment that down below. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I appreciate you guys. I'm really happy for this next year. Hopefully I'll be a bit more active and into my content and whatnot. So yeah, I appreciate everything as usual, guys. Thank you for coming in and watching. See you guys in the next video.